Shalom, I'm Yasharella, giving all praise and glory to the Most High Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's worthy to be praised for everything. And Jacob is the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, who we are: Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar. All 12 tribes representing the Most High. The Most High representing the 12 tribes. So we say the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. We get used to saying that, then that eliminates a lot of confusion. Because that's what we say he is in Exodus 3:15, 14, 15, 16. So as always, I'm going to start with Colossians 3:17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Give thanks to the Most High Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel for everything. Thank him by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. It's very important that we lock into the Most High right now. I understand. You can look at it any way you want to, but in the end, the Most High is the one going to be all in all. Not us, as Israelites, and no man, no woman. The Most High going to be all in all. Mashiach going to bow down to the Most High, and the Most High going to be all in all. Understand this. It's very, very important that you see this. Look at Ecclesiastes, the first. No, we want the third chapter. Ecclesiastes, the third chapter. And we're going to read verse 1. Ecclesiastes, the third chapter, and verse 1, it says, to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. You see? Everything, there's a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. This is really important. Look at verse 17. Ecclesiastes 3:17. I said in my heart. Your heart is your mind, the way you think. The Most High shall judge the righteous and the wicked. Hear that? Most High going to judge the righteous and the wicked. But there's a time there for every purpose and for every work. Look, that's why he said, still in Ecclesiastes, right before he left out of talking about the things he was talking about in Ecclesiastes. Look at the last things he said in Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. Said, fear the Most High first and foremost. You know, I asked a brother what fear means last week on the street. One of the first times ever. He said to be afraid. Or he said to be scared. Both the same, right? But people don't fear the Most High. Y'all taught the Most High is our love. These religious people, so-called religious people, Christians and so forth, or whatever denomination or whatever religion you believe in. And you know, I done asked, what does fear the Most High mean? I asked it in my class a couple of times. And I had to end up asking Ecckesuastes' son. He was about 15 then. He was looking at everybody like, what? Everybody giving all these different explanations of answers and so forth. I just asked, give me an explanation what it's saying, fear the Most High. And I said, what did it mean? In the spirit, he was in the spirit, he said, be afraid of him, be scared of him. And everybody said, oh, yeah. Nobody said that. All kind of explanation besides that. And it happened again. And he was really looking at him crazy, like, damn. That's why my shepherd said, you got to be like a child. They ain't ruined. With all the different doctrines and philosophies and craziness of this world. And thinking, I mean. He had to say it again to him. You mean to be afraid, to be scared of him? And they say, oh, yeah. You had already heard it. Fear the Most High. And keep his commandments. Do what he say do. Follow his rules and regulations. For this is the whole duty of man. See if it don't coincide. For the Most High, and through a Mashiach, judging, shall bring every work into judgment. That judgment is according to the Most High. With every secret thing, that's the things that you think you're getting away with, especially you don't see me people. You know, a lot of you thinking that nobody see you. And the Most High reveal things to you, one way or the other. Whether it be good, you can be judged, every last one of us, whether it be good or whether it be evil. People doing things thinking the Most High don't see them. You better understand, overstand. Most High see what you're doing. He know what you're doing. Better ask somebody. That's why it says, there's a time and a season and a purpose under the heaven that most people don't even consider. Ecclesiastes 23:19, it says, such a man feareth the eyes of men. See? Them you don't see me people. You got to make sure that they show themselves a certain way amongst people. Even people you know. I mean, they supposed to be the best they could be amongst you. And they want to make sure they looking all right for the worldly people. And you dealing with straight up talk about who? Who am I talking about? The Most High. Can't get no higher than him. And they still want to look out for how somebody gonna look at them. They're gonna be a certain way whenever they're around everybody else, but when they're around you, they act crazy. They doing all kind of stupid stuff. And supposed to love the truth. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men. How somebody gonna look at me? You think I'll go outside and think about how somebody gonna look at me? Ever? But a lot of people like this. How somebody gonna look at you? Oh, I can't wear them fringes. They're gonna think they're gonna know I'm an Israelite. So what? Great. Or whatever it is that you hiding behind. Thinking about how somebody gonna look at you. And knoweth not that the eyes of the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Hear that? 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret plots. Them you don't see me people. Oh, he don't see me. Nobody, he ain't see me. Nobody see me. Well, I love the Most High. He let you know just what's going on before people even make their move. Ecclesiastes 17:15. What'd he say? Their ways are ever before him. That's when you don't see me, people. You don't. Nobody see me. Their ways are ever before him, and shall not be hid from his eyes. That's the Most High. 19. Ecclesiastes 17:19. Therefore, all their works are as the sun before him. One sun. But remember, his eyes are what? 10,000 times brighter than the sun. But your works before him is like that one sun. So we got 999,999 suns. His eyes is like, and you think he can't see you? That's why he said the secret things. Even your thoughts. He's seeing them too. And it's being recorded in the books. That's why you better be thinking right. Therefore, all their works are as the sun before him. One sun. His eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Than one sun. And his eyes are continually upon their ways. None of their unrighteous deeds, all you don't see me people, are hid from him. But all their sins are before the Most High. Woo, that's deep. That's deep, y'all. That's why you better understand. And this mercy and grace that we're under is being lifted up. Slowly but surely. Well, he's long suffering. He's showing up and showing out real quick. You know, I knew I had to cry to the Most High for him not to chastise me so hard or just punish me for whatever I've done wrong. I don't know. Like you don't know. My thoughts could have been wrong. What I said could have been wrong. What I did could have been wrong. Or he said, we love it, he chastens. One way or another, you're going to get it. Ain't nobody escaping it. But I know he had pity on us when we cried to him. And you in this word, you in this word, because some people are going to cry to him, he going to even hear him. Look, don't get it twisted, dog. We made him cry. We made him cry. It's deep. Zechariah 7. Let's start at verse 9. Verse 8. And the word of the Most High came unto Zechariah, saying, Thus speaketh the Most High of hosts, Most High army of angels, saying, Execute true judgment, right? True judgment, and show mercy and compassions every man to his brother. We don't want to get no mercy, no compassion. That sounds too weak for people that live today. You hear what he said? Show mercy. That's not getting something you do deserve. And compassions. It didn't say compassion, it said compassions. Many, many times. Every man to his brother. That's all we got to do. That's why I say love thy neighbor as thyself. It's just as important as loving the Most High with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength. And oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor. And let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart. Imagine evil against your brother that's an Israelite in your mind, man. How do you sleep at night? And you sitting around thinking about evil against your brother. You better wait and change before the Most High. You heard what he said. Even the evil things, even your evil heart, even your evil mind, he's seeing it. Ain't nothing hidden from the Most High. Hear what he said. But they refused to hearken, see? We refuse to listen to the Most High and pulled away the shoulder. I ain't got to hear that. You know how we are? You know that's us. Pulled away, I ain't going to hear that. Shaking the head, you know, and stop their ears. Hear that? Stop their ears. I see people walk by and they do just like this. Stop their ears. It's amazing you see the same thing happening over and over again. Still doing the same thing. Stop their ears that they should not hear. Yeah. They made their hearts, which is your minds, as an adamant stone, rebellious. Lest they should hear the law. See? That's why, brothers, it's so important to be going over these laws with our people. Because it said, yeah, they made, because it's just the work of the Most High, the work that he wrote with his finger. Yeah, they made their hearts, which is your minds where you think, an adamant stone. Hard. I ain't gotta listen to that. Lest they should hear the law. That's why when they don't hear the law, you know their minds is like an adamant stone. Lest they should hear the law. And the words which the Most High power of hosts, power of angels, have sent in his spirit by the former prophets. By the former prophets. If you ain't going over these prophets and what the Most High, go tell my people Israel this, go tell my people Israel that. You know, most Christianity not leaders not doing that because they don't know it. There is no New Testament. They only had the law and the prophets. So my Ecckesuastes only had the law and the prophets, the Old Testament. Or prove me wrong. He opened up he went to the synagogue in the temple and opened up the book and read what Paul said, bro, that we can now. He went to the temple and read what Peter said, James, book of James. See, these are things that we haven't considered enough of, majority of us, to realize, because even people that just believe in the Old Testament, that point hit home with them. Because every time he spoke, Mashiach spoke, he said, have you not heard? It is written. And every time he rebuked the devil himself, Satan himself, when he fasted 40 days and 40 nights, where did he go to? He went to the law every single time. Then he had to leave him alone. Had to leave him alone. Because he can't deal with the law. He's contrary to the law. Don't do this, he do it. Do this, he don't do it. That's how it is. And that's how it is with people that are not dealing with the law, like it's saying. Yeah, they made their hearts, which is their minds, the way they think, as an adamant stone, hard as ever, hardcore, rebellious, stiff-headed, stiff-necked, stiff-hearted, lest they should hear the law. So you know our people are going to be like this, because ain't nothing new under the sun, really. Same people just coming in the earth again, coming in the earth again. Some of them just made for the multitude to perish. As it's written. And some of you not. Some of you been called to endure to the end and to see this marvelous kingdom that's already prepared for us. But here we are. You say, yeah, they made their hearts, which their minds, what they thought, as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law. And the words which the most high power of hosts, power of angels, have sent in his spirit by the former prophets. Hear that? Therefore came a great wrath from the Most High, not from anybody else. A lot of people, when you blame this person, that nation, this nation, whatever, therefore came a great wrath from the Most High power of hosts. From the Most High power of angels, army of angels. That's right here. Waiting on the call of the Most High to bring forth his judgment. Here it is. Ecclesiastes 39. Verse 28. There be spirits, which are angels. I'll tell you that in Psalms 104 and 4. He maketh his angels spirits. His ministers a flaming fire. And that fire is identified in Jeremiah 23 and 29. It's not my word like it's a fire, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces. So the ministers of the Most High, the angels, are bringing forth the word of the Most High. They doing exactly what he say do, like we have to. He told us to do it over and over again. And now he's calling on you to come back to his rules and regulations, his laws, statutes, commandments, and judgments, so that we could be worthy, that a kingdom could be here on this earth for us, the 12 tribes of Israel. Or we're going to fall into what we're going to read when we go back to Zechariah. Look what he said. Ecclesiastes 39:28. There be spirits, these are angels, that are created for vengeance. What he say? He said in Zechariah 7 and 12, therefore came a great wrath from the Most High power of hosts. So he used these spirits. Listen, Ecclesiastes 39 and 28, he used these angels that's right around you right now. There be spirits, these are angels, that are created for vengeance. Vengeance, that's that wrath of the Most High, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Now you ain't gonna fear the Most High if you hear this. What are they? Fire and hell and famine and death. All these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. Because you're not righteous if you're not doing what he say do. He just said what we do. Zechariah 7 and 11. But they refused to hearken, refused to listen, and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears. that they should not hear. Yeah, they made their hearts, which is the way they think, their thoughts, as an adamant stone, hard as ever, hardcore, lest they should hear the law. But y'all taught we ain't under the law. There it is. Hear the law, which is the commandments, and the words which the Most High Power of hosts had sent in his spirit, in the Most High Spirit, by an angel, or angels, by the former prophets. They all were dealing with angels, spirits of the Most High, his spirit. Therefore came a great wrath from the Most High Power of hosts. And we're reading about how he used these spirits to bring forth the vengeance of the Most High. What are they? Fire and hail. Verse 29 of Ecclesiastes 39. Fire and hail and famine and death. All these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. You hear that? They shall rejoice in his commandments. You hear that? So these spirits, these angels, gonna rejoice, gonna be happy to bring about what? These angels gonna bring about what? Zechariah 7 and 12. Therefore came the great wrath. So these angels are gonna be happy to bring forth the great wrath from the Most High Power of hosts. Power of angels. You hear that? The host means power of army of angels. So here it is, he say in Ecclesiastes 39 and 20 and 31, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth. They right here on the earth, right around us, right now, wherever you at, they right around you, invisible. And they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come. They shall not, I repeat, they shall not transgress his word. Look at Psalms 103 and 21. Better hear what he's saying. The angels right around you right now. And when the Most High released them, ain't nothing you can do. Ain't nothing you can do. Look, Psalms 103:21. Bless ye the Most High, rocketh thou Most High, all ye his hosts, all ye his angels. See? Ye ministers of his, that do his pleasure. That do his pleasure. But understand, Ecclesiastes 39 and 1. But he that giveth his mind, his heart, his mind, which is his heart, to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, like we're doing right now, while we're in the Bible. These are all the ancients, our people, Israelites, and be occupied in prophecies, bringing forth what the Most High have said is going to happen, or has already happened. We just look at the prophecy that has happened 2,000 years ago, that he gave all the way back to Moses, like Deuteronomy 28:68. One of the curses that will befall the Israelites, and the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt, which means captivity, slavery, and bondage, again another time with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there, when you go on these ships, you shall be sold unto your enemies. For what? For bondmen and bondwomen. And no man shall buy you. No man shall save you from the condition that the Most High put us in, because we put ourselves in there because we didn't follow what it said he told us to do. Just like we read about here. Made our hearts what? Adamant. Adamant as stone. So we know, Most High know. He already warned us. I mean, that's like I say, that's why you got to know these scriptures, and it'll talk to you and tell a story. One way or another. You want to hear or forbear, you're going to hear it. Everybody going to hear it. Look at it, going back to Zechariah 7th chapter. Once again, verse 12. Yeah, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law. So, looking at this, in going out dealing with showing our people the commandments and the laws, we know, at least I know, that this can be expected of them to be like this. Because they don't want to be under any rules and regulations outside from the rules and regulations they got to follow that the so-called white man gives them. But it says, lest they should hear the law. They made their minds like adamant stone, lest they could hear the law. Those laws is the Most High. He wrote those laws with his finger, the work of the Most High. So when you say you're not under the law, you say you're not under the Most High. You ain't following him. So you're dealing with something else, some other power. It ain't the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. In the words which the Most High power of whole power of army of angels have sent in his spirit, hear that? In his spirit, by the former prophets, therefore came a great wrath from the Most High power of hosts. Therefore it has come to pass that as he cried, we made him cry. Now if that don't touch you in that judgment, when that judgment come, and that don't touch you, you don't have that underlying, you don't feel that. I bet you're gonna know like I said, the mercy and grace being lifted up. I'm gonna tell you, every time I read that, it touched my spirit, man. It's like we made him cry. Therefore, it has come to pass that as he cried, Most High cried, and they would not hear. You keep seeing, and the word of the Most High came to me saying in the spirit of the Most High, an angel of the Most High coming over and over and over again. But he said, therefore it has come to pass that as he cried, as we made the Most High cry, and they would not hear, he crying out to us over and over again. We didn't want to hear. So they cried. They cried. And we can cry right now. And I would not hear, said the Most High power of hosts. But y'all know y'all Jesus. Y'all know the Most High. A lot of y'all think Jesus is the Most High, and y'all saying the Holy Spirit, that Trinity doctrine. Y'all got all that in your mind. You've been programmed through religions to believe that. When the Most High, the Spirit of the Most High, the top Spirit of the Most High is a Mashiach Yahushua. You got Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael. They Holy Spirits too. Holy angels, aren't they? But it's real simple, but we make it so complicated because you gotta have that deep spirit. Yeah, you deep and looking at this and that, and it's real simple. Real simple. Really simple. I mean, Most High always use angels to talk to us. Always. We always deal with angels. But see, we don't know this because we caught up in religions. You're not really teaching this Bible to what it is. You said in spirit. He always talked to us through an angel. See, we neglect to really take our time to really look deep into what it is that he's telling us. Take your time. When you read the Bible, take your time. Take your time. He said, since we made him cry, and he cried to us, and we didn't want to listen. He said, so they cried. We cried. And I would not hear, said the Most High power of hosts. But I scattered them with a whirlwind among all the nations whom they knew not. Hear that? We were separated from all the nations. He separated us from all the nations. Look. Leviticus 26, I believe it's 20, verse 20. He separated us from all nations. Separated us. No, that's not it. But I know Deuteronomy 7:6. Let me see. Let me find it for you. It's gonna be right on. Select it. Hold on. Leviticus 20 and 24. So like I hadn't been over this in a while, y'all. Forgive me. Is that it? Nah, I don't think that's it. Let me find it. Don't give up on me yet. I'm gonna actually Salakia. Salakia. I guess I could find it if I was in the right book, right? Leviticus 20 and look at 24, Leviticus 20 and 24. But I have said unto you, ye shall inherit their land. 7 nations, 7 Hamite nations, mightier than us. And I will give it unto you to possess it, a land that floweth with milk and honey. I am the Most High, your power. Talking to we the Israelites, 12 tribes of Israel, which have separated you from other people. See? Which have separated you from other people. So we were separated from everyone. We weren't integrated at all. Verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, am holy, and have severed, that means cut you off, severed you from other people, that ye should be mine. See? But what did he do? Since we ain't want to listen to him, Zechariah 7:14, but I scattered them with a whirlwind among all the nations whom they knew not. We didn't even know these nations, but we were separated from everybody. Thus the land was desolate after them, that no man passed through, nor returned. But they laid the pleasant land desolate. It is desolate. Man, it's like beautiful land, but it's nobody living there. Ain't nothing going on there. Point blank. So when we look at this, we really consider our error. We got to look at getting it right, trying to make up for what we've done. That the Most High can look upon us and show favor to us. That's why he said, Zechariah 7:13 again. Just in case some of you just tuning in or some of you heard it and didn't feel it. Therefore it has come to pass that as he cried, as the Most High cried, and they would not hear, so they cried, and I would not hear, said the Most High power of hosts. Let me show you how important it is. That cry, all praise the Most High. Judges 10:10. This is us being in captivity over and over again. Judges the 10th chapter, 10th verse. And the children of Israel cried unto the Most High, saying, we have sinned against thee. See, we ain't want to hear the law, right? He said. But now that he done scattered us among these nations, as he said he would do, and we were scattered among these nations, was everybody you reading about in the Bible in captivity? Except for a few times we wasn't. Most time we in captivity. Crying to the Most High to come out of it, like we in captivity right now. And the children of Israel cried unto the Most High, saying, we have sinned That's very important right there. We have sinned against thee, both because we have forsaken our power by not following his rules and regulations, his laws, statutes, commandments. I like to say rules and regulations because y'all know what rules and regulations mean. The Most High got rules and regulations. That's what we forsook. We have forsaken our power and also served Baalim. And y'all calling his name Lord. And I showed you over and over and over again. That's the feminine part. Baal is the masculine part. Still mean Lord. And they know it. They put it in the Bible, and we can't get off that. We're going to find a way to continue to make it mean something different. But whatever they said, it means. And we just learn how to read. We depended on them to tell us what it is. Everything that they're going to deal with, look, let me show you something. Without a shadow of a doubt, when salvation is coming here, y'all better use some discernment. Everything that they say. Remember, we ate of the tree of good and evil. That's why I know they don't want this to come out. You're going to know. We're going to go to the end. Remember it said in 2 Ezra 6 and 9, for Esau is the end of the world. We're going to go to the end. And Jacob is the beginning of that following. Let's go to the end. Look at this. Wisdom of Solomon 5. And we start at verse 1. And then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be filled with terrible fear. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his, that's the Israelites, salvation. So far beyond all they look for. Y'all can read on down. It's going to tell you what they're going to be saying. You see? But one thing I'm here to let you know in verse 7, pay attention. Mark it in your Bible. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction, as you can see right now. I just seen where a government official in California said, if you have children being raised in California, get them out of here. High-ranking official in California, born and raised in California, working in the government at least 12 years, say, get them out of here. Let me see if I can find it for you. I don't like to make statements you can't see it. So if you don't accept your child's proverb or what preference as a parent your child decides it wants to, I don't think I put it on here, let me see, Rob. It wants to go by, then you can lose your child. I don't even know if I should put that out. I might have to edit that out. Children that start changing their category of who they are as a boy or girl, let's say, you know, being dumb and not realizing it, end up in foster care somewhere. Wouldn't that be terrible? But that's what they just passed a law. Let me see if I can find it for you. Who is that sent me this? Oh, here it go.
Have you guys seen what's going on in California? It's absolutely crazy. This headline sums it up. This is around a bill 957 that they just passed in their state that will take away children from their parents if they do not choose to affirm their child's chosen identity. Listen to what this state representative, who's been there for over 12 years, had to say about California and what's going on. Listen to this.
In the past, when we've had these discussions and I've seen parental rights atrophied, I've encouraged people to keep fighting. I've changed my mind on that. If you love your children, you need to flee California. You need to flee.
Flee. Take your children and run. That's the warning from a senator who's lived in the state his entire life. Are you saying, I'm glad I don't live in California? Guys, it's coming from a national level. Just yesterday, the White House says the children belong to them. They're their children. They don't think that you, the parent, has a right or should know what's best for your child. This isn't going to stop, guys. This is a huge national push. I encourage everybody to get involved in whatever level you can. The time to stand up. Have you guys seen what's going on in California?
So there it is.
It's absolutely
there it
crazy.
Is. There it is. That's the world we're in now. That's why I say, they're what they're going to say. Wisdom Solomon 5 and 7, when salvation is coming on this earth, they're going to say, we weird ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Come on. A child could determine whether or not they're a boy, if they're a girl if they're a boy, and the parents don't accept it, then they can take the child away from that parent. We weird ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. This is the future. What they're going to say. Yeah. We have gone through desert where there lay no way. Mashiach say he the way. Listen what it say. But as for the way of the Most High and of Ecckesuastes, we have not known it. They don't know nothing about the Most High and of Ecckesuastes, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. But understand. Job 24 and 13. Job 24 and 13. They are of those that rebel against the light. They are of those that rebel against the light. What's the light? Y'all should know that, class. What's the light? What scripture proves who the light is? Proverbs 6:23. Y'all roll with me because I just was looking at this, sharing it with my class, and so whatever's coming out in the spirit of the Most High that I actually bring forth for us to be able to get understanding. Proverbs 6:23 defines the light. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law of the Most High that people refuse to adhere to, telling people we ain't under the Most High's law, you ain't got to follow him, but follow the law of the land, which we do have to a certain extent. Not everything, but everything, some things is abomination. It's a filthy wicked act. It's sinful. And we're not supposed to follow sin. Listen, for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. See? And reproofs of instruction are the way of life. So now, Proverbs 23:13. Job 23:13. They are those that rebel against the light. And a lot of people, they rebel against the light. They rebel against the laws of the Most High. They know not the ways thereof. They don't know the ways thereof. Like it says. Remember what it says? But as for the way, in Wisdom Solomon 5 and 7, but as for the way of the Most High, we have not known it. Known is past tense. From now to the time that salvation, which is power and authority, is coming on this earth under the power of the Most High and of Ecckesuastes and the 12 tribes of Israel. They saying, as for the way of the Most High and of Ecckesuastes, we have not known it. That's why it's saying, Job 24 and 13, they are of those that rebel against the light. They are of those that rebel against the light. They know not the ways thereof, nor abide in the paths thereof. You see that? Nor abide in the paths thereof. Better understand. Let's look at 2nd Esdras. We cannot believe. the 3rd chapter, 2nd Ezra, 3rd chapter. Verse 32. Ezra saying to Uriel, let me prove that. Go to 2nd Ezra 4:1 to show you that the Most High always sent angels. Deal with Ezra. And Ezra had to bring the Bible, had the power through the Most High, while Ecckesuastes, to bring the Bible back to us. The Most High gave him 204 books. We only have 80, but majority of people, I say, as Israelites, only have 80, but there's more books. Listen to who spoke to Ezra. 2nd Ezra 4:1. And the angel that was sent unto me from who? From the Most High. Remember, he make his ministers a flaming fire, and the fire is the word of the Most High. And the angel that was sent unto me, whose name was Uriel, gave me an answer, gave him understanding. Now let's go to 2nd Ezra 3:32. He said, or is there any other people in this world that know of thee beside Israel? Remember they said, the people that's ruling now, gonna say, as for the way of the Most High and Ecckesuastes, we have not known it. They're gonna say, yes, or is there any other people that know of thee beside Israel? Any other people that know the Most High beside Israel? That's why I say, look, Amos 3:1-2. The book of Amos 3:1-2. Is there any other people that know the Most High besides Israel? Amos the 3rd chapter, verse 1 and 2. Hear this word that the Most High has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying. What did he say? Because all 12 tribes was in the land of Egypt in captivity. We were all together then. Wasn't no northern tribes and southern tribes. We were all 12 tribes at that time. 13 with Dan. Say, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. You hear that? He said, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you, the 12 tribes of Israel, for all your iniquities. See? So when you look at going back here, 2nd Ezra, it all coincides. Like I said, you only had the law and the prophets. That's it. You're going to roll with my Ecckesuastes, that's what he had. That's what we're looking at. 2nd Ezra 3:32. Or is there any other people in this earth that know of thee beside Israel? He just said, he just told you what they're going to say. That's at the end of the world. As for the way of the Most High, the way of my Ecckesuastes, we have not known it. Y'all can fool around and think they know something if you want to. That's what they're going to say. And you can read from Wisdom of Solomon 5:1 on down to verse 7, tell you everything they're going to say. Or is there any other people that know of thee beside Israel? Or what generation have so believed thy covenant as Jacob? As Jacob, like I seen, who was that? T.D. Jakes talking about the covenants with everybody. No. Just because you come and learn whatever it is they learn, it don't make you in the covenant. Listen, let's find out who that covenant is with forever. Right quick, go to Psalms 105 and 8-10, verse 8-10. Let's find out if he's telling the truth or he's lying. Tell him to look at it. Psalms 105, 8-10. Tell him to make this be every nation. Anybody that call on the name of Jesus. Look, Psalms 105, 8. He have remembered his covenant. That's a contract of agreement. How long? Forever. Forever. the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations. You know, 1,000 generations. Which covenant, that's a contract or agreement he made with Abraham. And it's oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, as we've been going over and over and over again, and to Israel, that's the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, for what? For an everlasting covenant. Okay, well, the New Testament. New Testament changed everything, right? Let's see what it says. And you can go to Jeremiah. He's going to repeat just what it said in Jeremiah 31 down. But we're going to go to Hebrews 8 and 8 for time's sake. Let's see what it says. Hebrews 8 and 8. For finding fault in them, that's the 12 tribes of Israel. He said, behold, the days come, that's the future, that's prophecy, said the Most High, when I will make a new covenant, a new contract, a new agreement with who? With the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Now the kingdom split. The northern tribes and the southern tribes. Israel, the northern tribes, Judah, the southern tribes. Making up all 12 tribes. You get anybody else out of this, if thou can. Go there and tell, hey, break this down. They said, not according to the covenant, the contract that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt. Who's in the land of Egypt in captivity? The 12 tribes of Israel. Because they continued not in my covenant or his laws as it is today, his commandments as it is today, and I regarded them not, said the Most High. But this is the covenant, the contract or agreement that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. Not everybody. You mean the Most High could say, this is a contract or the covenant that I will make with the whole world, every nation in the world. You think he couldn't say that? No, he said, this is the covenant, the contract or agreement that I will make with the house, with who live in the house, the family of Israel after those days, said the Most High. You got to deal with the Most High on this. It's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power. I'm telling you, he tell you that in a couple of chapters over in Hebrews 10:31. What did he say? It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Oh yeah, so you got to deal with the Most High on that. Hebrews 8 and 10. For this is the covenant, the contract that I will make with the house of Israel. Not every nation. After those days, said the Most High. We already read the nation going to say, hey, as for the way of the Most High and the Mashiach, we have not known it. I will put my laws into their mind. Because we're going to learn of him for 1,000 years. Most High will, and we worthy. I will put my laws into their mind. That's why it's important for us to start going over these laws. And write them in their hearts, write them in our minds.